Where is Willie dropped? Like, he was top 5 for a long time. Is he out of that kind of top 5 type of mix? He's still top 10.
Well, he's 11th.
Yeah, he's got 61 points.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is now. Now it's really about Matthews chasing him down because Austin's only 3 points back, and I think there's a pretty good chance Matthews is going to finish the season with more points than him. But and I don't think anyone was expecting. I certainly wasn't that he would end up with 125 points or something like that.
I thought he'd get 100 points.
But I thought 100, and I think that should still be considered the bar. I mean, that would be, he should be expected to get to that point. That's 39 points in 35 games.
They got 35 games left. So he's
35.
got to get just over
slightly over a point a game. That's where he's been for a couple of years.
Well, yeah, he's got to. I mean, last year was it 87 points in 82 games, so that's just over. So he's got to go back to even what he did last year.
That's what his comparable does, gentlemen. Like, that's what 88 in Boston does every single year. 30 to 60 somewhere in the middle and 100 points. That's what Pasta does.
Yeah.
MVP conversations, the go-to guy. Like, you want to make some change in the same ballpark? Those are the expectations. It's
Absolutely.
not like, 1 year maybe, next year maybe.
Oh, I think that should be the case. Like, you do not want to spoil what's been a great year. Boudreaux made a very valid point and an accurate one that ultimately winning is what really is going to define all these guys.
But
like
he's
Dave
the contributor to winning.
But exactly, how do you win? How do you help your team win? If you're Nylander, it's by scoring goals, creating offense and being a dominating offensive force, right? Like that is your role that is going to play a factor in whether or not your team is going to win or lose.
Yeah, it just, I mean, I look at it and he hit the ditch a little bit before the break. If the break rejuvenated him, he's got to get back on track here. And you're right, the points aren't going to flow as freely. We always know how it tightens up here down the stretch, especially there's a lot tighter games. Maybe tonight withstanding. I think the first couple games might be a little bit of a, rust on the game. But if he can get a point a game, get to 95 to 100 points, but they end up making the playoffs and doing something, then nobody cares.
No, it'll be a career. It's going to be a career year for him, likely. Yeah. Period. I mean, he's got to get to, I guess, 88 points. He better do that. If he comes down the stretch with like 17 points, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, the other guy, I would much rather see Nylander, if he stabilizes or just kind of dips a little bit, I'd like to see a rise in Tavares. And that might be tied. The two, Tavares not playing that well or not contributing on the scoreboard might have hurt Willie and vice versa.
Yeah, if they're going to be on a line, absolutely. Yeah. And what has happened here over the progression of Tavares' time is like when he got here, it was like that guy's going to drive something. Like that guy's going to drive that line, and other guys are going to have to contribute. Now it's more about if that line's going to cook offensively, I think Nylander's going to be the one to spark it, right? Yeah, and Tavares has got to be opportunistic and got to get in the right places at the right time and basically be a support staff. Yeah. Like that's kind of what it feels like to me. And we also know the way that Keefe operates. He's probably going to change it up a few times, over the final 35 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you're Willie, wins and losses, the contract it's done, it's over, it's been signed, sealed, and delivered. You were on pace, for an all-time great Maple Leaf season. You got to get to 100 points now. Like you got to hit 100.
Yeah.
Just like Matthews has got to score 55, or whatever. I think at this point, you look at those two players in particular and what they're chasing. You've gone this far. You're capable of doing it. You're healthy. You're in your prime. Keep racking up points.